Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Mr. Springer, and this video lesson is turning word equations to skeleton equations. We are not balancing any of these equations today, just writing skeleton equations from the word equation. So let's get started. All right, so this first one here, number one, it says iron plus lead 2 nitrate yields iron 3 nitrate plus lead. When you have an element by itself, iron, lead, it's just whatever the symbol is from the periodic table. No charges, no Roman numerals, no prefixes, just the symbol from the periodic table. The lead 2 nitrate, the Roman numeral 2 tells me that the charge on lead is +2. Nitrate, you should know, is a -1 charge. NO3 -1 is the lead, or is the nitrate. So when we do the crisscross, it'll be Pb NO3 2. And then on the right side, iron 3 will have a +3. The nitrate is still a -1 because it's nitrate. We do the crisscross, we'll get Fe NO3 3. And we are done with this one. It is not balanced. We are not balancing. We will do that at a later date, in a later video, perhaps. All right, so the next one. Oh, by the way, this was a single replacement reaction. Replacement. This next one, number 2, is also single replacement, but it's a halogen replacement rather than a metal replacement. Here we've got the chlorine, again, element by itself, but it's chlorine, Cl2, because it's diatomic. We don't care about charges, we don't care about anything. It's chlorine by itself, diatomic. Same way with iodine. Those are both diatomics. Aluminum iodide, that's aluminum, aluminum has a +3 charge when it's in a compound like this. Iodide is a -1 charge when it's in a compound like this. So it'll be Al-I3. And the aluminum chloride, aluminum still is +3. Chlorine is -1, or chloride, I guess. So AlCl3. And that's the end of that one. Now this one, oh, that was single replacement also. Single replacement. This next one looks like double replacement, 2 ionic compounds on both sides. So we got to look at the charges on everything. Lithium is in column 1, so it's a +1. Phosphate ion, PO4, -3. Calcium is in the +2 column. Chlorate, ClO3, -1. Calcium is in the +2 column. Phosphate is still a -3, +1, -1. So the lithium phosphate, lithium picks up the 3 from the phosphate. And the PO4 gets the 1, right? We don't get rid of the 4 because that's part of the phosphate. We could do this, but what would be the point of that? Put the parentheses if you want them. You don't have to. See that? Just like that. That works. Calcium chlorate, CaClO3. That's the chlorate ion. Gets the 2. Calcium phosphate, Ca is going to need a 3. PO4, a 2. And lithium chlorate, LiClO3. Parentheses or not, it's up to you. At least as far as I'm concerned. If you've had some other chemistry teacher, they may not want you to put those parentheses on there. I don't think it hurts anything. They're not necessary. It's not hurting anything. Potassium +1, hydroxide, -1. Potassium oxide, potassium's +1, oxide -2, K2O. And of course, water is H2O. Magnesium by itself. What about the charge? Doesn't have one. Just magnesium. Nitrogen, N2. Why is it N2? It's diatomic. It's N2. Now, on this side, though, the magnesium nitride, right? This is now an ionic compound. Magnesium picks up a +2 charge. Nitride is a -3 Mg3 N2. It's a funky 2. Methane. Oh, by the way, this was synthesis. This was decomposition. Methane, CH4. Bromine by itself, but diatomic, Br2. Methyl bromide, we take off one of the H's and replace it with the Br, CH3Br, HBr. That's a tricky one if you don't know your organic chemistry very well, which most of you probably don't at this level. That's a shame. Methane, CH4. What? It was methane with CH4 before. It still is. Plus oxygen, O2. Why is it O2? It's diatomic. Methane is a hydrocarbon. Plus oxygen, this is a combustion reaction. CO2, H2O. Automatic every time. So that takes care of this page. The back side of this has got 7 more problems, 7 more equations that need to be, or not balanced, but written in the skeleton form. Why don't you go ahead and do those as assignment for the rest of the period? And I will see you on the next time we have class.